All right, we're live. Sorry, I'm a little later than I put. And is there 2 lives up right now? Are there 2 lives? I tried to set up another one. But I don't know if it's set up or not. Live now. There is. Well, kind of. Yeah, we won't worry about that one. Hopefully nobody's in there. Let me see. Let me see if I could delete that one. It's not even in my thing. All right, whatever. We're here. We are here. What is up, everybody? What is All right, so you were in the other one waiting? Oh, shit. Maybe people are in there. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. All right. So today we will do some binary action, some binary jaunts. Because Saturdays we like to do crazy coils on Saturdays. Tuesdays are more for beginners. Saturdays we let our hair down. You know what I mean? So we're gonna let our hair down. Let me just get my vapor set up. I'm trying to vape too. Thank you, Mr. Addy Tuning. I don't know if I can erase that video or not. I don't think I can right now. All right. Let it down, let it down. Oh, I want to put some juice in here too. Anyway. So I did re-wick my Dot Mod 24 with the Trinity glass. So let me fill. Whoa, that was quick. Holy smokes. And then I squeezed the bottle a little. And then I put the top down. I unsqueeze the bottle so I don't get juice all over the damn place. And then I stick that guy in there. And I'll be able to squonk daddy. Squonk daddy. They call me Squonk Daddy. What is up, everybody? Hope everybody's having a good weekend. Man, I'm having a wonderful weekend. Oh my God, it's so good. Oh my God, it's so good. Not really, but it's not bad. I just went to my boss's house and worked for a little bit. So, I mean, how good could it possibly be? You know? Can't be that good. Can't be that good. So what's up? Got that Dot Mod all wicked up and ready to go. I got some stainless steel Fralians in there. They're like 0.00000 fucking 1, something like that. They're not that low, but they're pretty low. They're pretty low. Just trust me. Let's just say they're lower than 0.1. Let's just say that. I know they could fire better than that. Tighten this more or something. It seems as though they're not really that nasty, huh? Maybe they're not that low. Maybe they're different. Good shit. It's not that bad. I mean, I have other builds that are angrier than this, but it's good. Vaping good. It's all right. I'll have to check the ohms because I actually don't think it's that low. Yeah, you got to open any mod you have to clean. Any and all mods you have to clean every once in a while. Oh, it's not that low. It's a 0.09. It's not that low. 0.09. Just believe me, it's 0.09. You got Dead Rabbit RTA on the Dreamer. Nice, nice, nice. I hope the batteries I put in here are charged. God damn. It seems like this could be firing better. All right, so let us say hi to everybody. Damn commercials. What a piece of shit I am. My YouTube money after the super chats right now is like $58. So minus the super chats, it would be like $28 or something like that. Because super chat takes a lot of money. They take like 40% themselves. YouTube does. And I think if YouTube takes 40%, they should pay the taxes, right? You want to take the money, you pay the taxes, jerk. All right. Now, no swearing. Yeah. It's like sometimes they let it go and sometimes they don't. I don't know what the difference is. Like I guess it's like if you curse a lot, I think. I think if you just curse like once an hour, you're okay. But if you go crazy, they'll get you. I guess it's kind of like a movie. Like if you say like one curse, it won't get an R rating. But if you like curse all the time, you get an R rating. I think it's something like that. All right, so it's not a 528 now. No, it's Defiant Designs. The only way you could tell is by the button. The button has the Defiant Designs like logo on it, and the 528 has the tiger. This is number like 253. So, all right, let me get on live chat first of all. Vaping elevator guy, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Let me do pop out chat so I can get everybody. Oh, so I put a video up this morning, fishtail cord braid. So now we got both them braids up. So if you weren't able to see during coil class, you could go watch them videos and they should be as good as it gets with braid tutorials. Damn, yours is 1314. You got a 528 DS too, Brad N. You have number 528 of a 528. Interesting. All right. Woo, we got a lot of people in here. Mr. Audi Tooney, what's up? And thank you for giving people links to the right room. Anarchy Coiled, what's up? Bassmaster Q, Big G Coils, Billy Ancilio. Brad Collins, Cameron, what is up, Cameron? Chessie is here, Darkside Coils, Dave Monteferro. Dustin Singer, Jerry Lawrence, Kim Dixon, what is up, Jerry and Kim? Kip Drippers, Master Verb, Mighty Zoidenberg. Rodrigo's here, Shane Smith, Sicko Wicko, Thomas Robinson, Tokes, Trevor is that one person, and last but not least, Vaping Elevator Guy. All right, if I didn't say your name, you just were not on my participants list. What is up? If you're watching and not in chat, what is up? Okay, so I'm going to do a binary build tonight, which are pretty cool. Purple DS 116, wow. All right, let me squonk them. The squonk comes from the top in the dot mod and drips down. I guess you can't really see that too well. Ancillo. Okay. Okay, so binary. So first, I want to do the frames. So I still have some. Oh, I only have a little bit of this crazy wire left. What else do I got? Oh, I got this. And what do I have here? I got this. Okay, cool. So I got enough 0.4. I got enough 0.3 for sure. Okay. So you need two kinds of ribbons for this build, no matter what you do the frames. Even on the inside, you need two ribbons. I'm not even going to explain what a binary is. If you don't know a binary, you will be surprised at the end. All right. I've done binaries before on this channel. They're pretty technical build. They're pretty up there with some of the hardest. Like when we do coil class, it's going to be towards the end for sure. It's yeah. 20 mils? What? The Hive tank? 40 mil? Wow. That's crazy. That's a crazy amount of mils, man. Crazy amount of mils, man. All right, so if I want two frames at like 8 inches, and damn, I need a lot of ribbon here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out. This is 32 inches over here. So if I want two frames at 8 inches, then that means I need 16 inches, but I need to double it up because I'm going to be folding this ribbon. So I need two pieces of ribbon at 32 inches. And I'm just going to do it at 32. I'm not too worried about if I don't get 8-inch stick at the end, because I really doubt I'm going to be doing like 6 wraps of this. Well, I definitely am not doing 6 wraps of this binary. It's probably going to be more like a 4 wrap, maybe a 5. I really doubt it's going to be even 5. So I'm going to get out 32 inches of 0.4 ribbon, 0.4 Kanthal I have here. And I'm going to get that out 2 times. And we're just going to make some frames out of ribbon today because I haven't done the ribbon frames in a while. I've been doing a lot of round wire, and I'm actually going to try to stagger it the way that I did my last pitchfork video. I'm going to use that little tool. And we're also going to use the other tool today too. So we're going to try to use the X-Acto knife as well. All right. So I got that X-Acto knife. We're going to use that to hold our wires. And we're going to use this guy to stagger our ribbon, do our parallel claptoning. So that's what we're going to do first. We're going to get our frames, and then all right. You got a graduation to plan, Kim? Okay, so I got my 2 ribbons cut to the same size. And now I'm going to bring them in like this. I'm going to get all the ends together. So I should have 4 ends even down here. All right. I got them 2 loops. Yes, I own a Goon LP. Yep. Yes, I do. I got all the goons. I got all the goons. I got a couple of them. I got a couple OGs. I got a couple 1.5s. I got an LP and a 25. Yep. I even got the 528 Customs monster tank too. Yep. All right. So I'm gonna bend the wire in. And what's up, Alexander? I don't think I said hi to you yet. I forgot to clean out my damn nails again. Damn it! I meant to remember. See, here's what happens, man. And I do have something to talk about that really is a good conversation bit, I think. A little nostalgia. But first of all, goons are the best. I'm not a fan of the LP though. I'm not a big fan of it. It's cool, but I'm not a fan of the LP really. It's like a cool RDA for builders and stuff, and it works great with a regular goon cap. But I didn't like it as much as most people. You know what? Remember we would talk about. So first of all, let me remember what I was saying before. What was I saying before? I know the topic I was going to talk about. Oh, my fingers. Okay, my fingers and so you know how we talked about like things that get hyped up and they're not as good as what people say? The LP is one of them things. The Goon LP was definitely one of them things. Like you've seen it all over. And everybody's like, the LP's so fucking awesome. Oh my god. Hype City. It's not that great. Come on now. Let's be honest. Who the hell is vaping a Goon LP right now? And who's vaping just a regular Goon right now? Dawn was just in the chat a little bit ago. I haven't actually talked to Dawn in a little bit for no reason other than I just been busy. I'm sure she's been busy. But she was just in the chat, I think, last week, right? Yeah, it was like last week she was in here. I'm sure she's fine. So there's a deal at 528 Customs going right now. My water squonk isn't working. Maybe it needs more water. Maybe. So, my fingers. I meant to clean my fingernails, but you guys know. Yeah, the post swaps would probably help. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I used to like the LP and think it was fun and it was easy to build on. I don't like coils that you have to bend down. I think it makes them look worse. I think it's almost like, velocity decks. Come on, fucker. Are you kidding me right now? Velocity decks, how they make the coils twist and it makes your coils not look good. I feel the same way about decks that bend your coils down like that. Like really the Rebirth, the Dead Rabbit, the LP. $25 for the LP with Goon Post kit? That's a good deal. $25 with the Goon Post kit is a great deal. I would do that. It's worth that for sure. You get the Goon Post with it. There you go. So, whitening toothpaste. So, I meant to clean my fingers and nails, and I'll do it quickly in a bit. I usually do like a better job. But you guys know I like to watch my UFC, right? On Saturday nights. But every once in a while they'll catch me. They'll catch me with my pants down. UFC isn't tonight because it already happened. So I put up that I was going live at 6:30. I went over to YouTube and seen Anthony Lionheart Smith wins. And I was like, what the fuck? How did he win? He doesn't fight until 10 o'clock tonight. So also the Goon LP with the regular posts, you have to screw in 8 damn screws. 8 screws. I'm not exaggerating. 8 screws. What's up, Norway? Otter B. Apathetic Geek, what's up? So, nothing really gets my nails clean unless I dig them out. That's the only thing that's going to get them clean. I'm a contractor, so I get all different kinds of dirt underneath of it. It's not like there's no cleaner that's going to take this out. You got to just dig them out and then you clean them. I have like a nail brush that I use too. But nothing just takes it out. You gotta get in there. These actually work really good. I have an old pair of, clothes cutters, and they work really good to scrape stuff out of your nails. It's actually like my favorite thing to use. These Coil Master ones. But I do know, just real quick, I do know people miss talking to Dawn in the chat, but I mean, as much as I do. But unfortunately, sometimes people got to step away because the community isn't as nice to them as they were to it. So it sucks, but sometimes you gotta just step away a second. But that's all I gotta say about that. I don't like talking about it. Everybody knows how I feel about a Dory liquid and Dawn. I love a Dory liquid and I love Dawn, so that's it. The Dead Rabbit, in my opinion, is a lot better than the Drop. And Thomas, they're two completely different airflows, so they vape different. They do. They vape different. Just because the decks are the same means nothing. The decks are the same, and they came out around the same time. They vape very differently. They're both very good. Lady Louisiana, what's up? They're both very good. I like the Dead Rabbit better, but I could see how people like the Drop better. That's why vaping, is very, it varies from person to person. We got a torture for. I think they're making one, but I don't even want to talk about that. Nick, series build, 2 coils connected in series. Huh? I'm not sure what you're saying, Alexander. A series build is anything over 0.33. That's a series build. Anything over 0.33. For stacked mods or for series mods, yeah. Yeah, it's a build that can take 8.4 volts safely. So an easy one to do, I don't know if that's what you're asking me. An easy one to do is 26 gauge Kanthal, 2-core fuse Clapton, 26 gauge Kanthal. You do about 9 wraps around a 3.5 millimeter. If you do that, you're going to get a safe ohms. It's got to be Kanthal 26. That's the easiest one I could think of. Or like 12 wraps of 24 gauge Kanthal. You could do a Clapton. You could do 24, 30. You could do 24, 32. Kanthal, like 12 wraps around a 3.5, maybe even 10 wraps. From one strand to get 2 coils were connected. I'm not understanding what you're saying, Alexander. Yes, or more, but from one wire. I don't know if you're talking about like a bridge build. I don't know what you're saying. I don't really understand what you're trying to ask me. It's very, very hard to get a stainless to do series. Very hard. Very, very hard. It's damn near impossible. Stainless steel is for low ohms. I explain this to people all the time. If you vape series and you're trying to think of how to get better than series, nothing's going to satisfy you. You're going to keep going and then you're going to find that, and you're going to keep going until you're vaping 0.08 on a series mod. You got to learn to accept what you got. Like, if we keep going up and up and up, because now I think people are talking about getting a stacked 30 Ts, a stacked 21700s. Like, why? Why do we always have to do up, 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 up? Why do we always have to keep going lower and being safer, or not being safer, but like, you know, just Christ almighty. Like, there's no pleasing you. Like, a series vape for me, like, I think I vape hot. A series vape for me, I can't see wanting any more than that. 0.33 on a noisy cricket is about all I could take. I'm good. In fact, it's a bit too much. I can't vape it all the time. So if you want more than that, there's going to be no pleasing you. After you find more than that, you're going to want more than that. And then you're going to want more than that. And then you're going to be vaping shit that's just super not unsafe. Okay, so you can make a bridge build in series, yes. It would have to, but that's basically just a single coil. It's just a single coil is all that is. So yeah, you're just talking about a single coil with both, so you do the same thing. You could do in a 2-post deck, you could do like 6 wrap bridge, 6 wrap, and that would be a series build. Like, let's do a little intermission, and then I got to start building. 24 gauge Kanthal. All right, 24 gauge Kanthal. So if I take this 24 gauge Kanthal, right? The thing is I don't recommend this at all. So I don't really even want to show this because I don't recommend it at all, because that middle is going to light up first. I think it's better just to do a single coil. Yeah, I don't even want to show that because it's so stupid. They have decks that go into series though, like my 140 millimeter or 30 millimeter does that. Maybe we'll do it one day. I'll show you. But yeah, bridge builds basically do it. Yeah, like it would have to be an alter bridge coil, like the one I showed, like this one here. Here you go. I could show you this. This is what we did last week, right? Didn't we just do this last week? This is an alter bridge coil. All right, and I will show you why it's an alter bridge. Just wants to focus on my face. Alter bridge coil. All right. So you see it's two, basically 5 wraps, right? And they're tied together. It's 2 stagger fuse Clapton. So usually a dual stagger fuse Clapton would come out to like 0.12, right? I think this is Nichrome even. It's doing it again. It keeps telling me to check the damn atomizer. What is wrong with this thing? It's not the bridge must have more material. The bridge, it's not just more material, no. It's just how it's wrapped. It's how it's put together. It's just the leads. It's not that, no. We just did it late. I don't want to get into another alter bridge video. Check last week's video. It's how you tie them together. It's how the current travels through it. It can't be the same wire just going through, or it's just going to light from the middle. You're changing the current so the middles are different places. But I don't know why this RDA keeps not reading right. I don't get it. I don't know if it's dirty or what. There you go. 0.75. You see that? 0.75. Now watch. The bridge is the middle of the build, but an alter bridge, the way you do it, watch how the coils light up. The coils light up, but not the bridge. And it's just because of how I did it. But we did that video last week, so I'm going to start doing this build now. All right, so 2 40 gauges. I need 40 gauge wire. I guess I'll get this stainless steel out. And I guess I will get this 40 gauge out, Nichrome. That's what you want. I'm glad I got you. We did that video last week. Actually, that one I also did. This build I did live too. So if you just look up alter bridge, you can find that. So we did one last week that failed, but we did one like a year back that I have a video for. That is that one that worked. Every one that I did that worked was a stagger fuse Clapton that tied together in a stagger fuse Clapton. So I've fractured my ribs before. All right, 40 gauge in a bag. 40 gauge in a bag. I'm going to get, so hopefully this works. I'm going to get these two tied together. So in the Mind Forge video for the pitchfork, he uses this same technique to parallel Clapton, kind of the same tool. And he said that he did it with 4 ribbons as well, and that it worked great. So I am also going to try with 4 ribbon. And I think I've done it before with this little clip. So I got this little clip that has a hole that I drilled in it, and it's got little tubes. Yeah, fractured ribs, you can't do nothing. You just have to fucking wait till they heal. There ain't nothing you can do about it. It's just you got fractured ribs, wait until they heal. I had 2 cracked ribs and a fractured rib. Luckily, I was in school when it happened, so I didn't really have to take off work or anything, because when I worked, it was only for a couple hours. So, okay. Got this guy there. All right. Wrap him. What's up, Mr. Harry? I'm a contractor, carpenter. Contractor, carpenter. My job is basically to just kill it all the time. All right. Oh, shit. I am just not prepared tonight. Rick Poe, what's up? I'm not sure if I said hi to you yet. I work with the woods. I build houses. Mi casa. I build your casa. Where are you from, Alexander? Maybe I know how to speak the language that you're from. I don't know any other languages. Maybe I know how to say it in the language. Yeah, I kill it. Is there a knot in this? That's not cool. What the hell? All right. Looks like it's going to work good. I'm not sure. I guess we will see. I just got to get them a little tighter to each other. Yeah. Germany. All right. There you go. Got it a little tighter there. That's what I'm going to want. Is it like that? It's working pretty good, I think. All right, so I'm going to do this and not stop now. I don't know. That's the thing, Rick Poe. I don't know where to acquire the clip. It just came on a set of headphones. That's what I was explaining in the last video. I couldn't tell you where to find it. It's on headphones. That's where he got his, on headphones. I don't even remember what headphones I got. I literally found them on a set of headphones. Yeah. I couldn't tell you. There's other things you could use, though. Like I drilled a hole through this. You could use other things. That's why I don't like using stuff like this, is because people ask me, oh, well, where did you get that? How can I get it? Can you send me a link? That's why I rarely pull this thing out, is because I know that that is going to be the next thing. I don't even know where the other thing's at. I mean, even using the wooden ones works. If you use one of these and put like tape on it, that'll work too. You just clip it on there like that. That'll keep them tight. It's all the same thing. That's why you don't see me watching the I don't use the Ramo clamp much either, because of the same thing. Like, people don't have a Ramo clamp and it's hard to get them. So I don't really like using stuff that other people don't really have. It's like watching that woodshop show with, I forget his name, but the guy that's the carpenter, and he's really good, and he shows you how he does stuff, but he's got all these cool tools, so you can never do what he does. You can never possibly do what he does, because he has like $3 million worth of tools that he uses every show. Like, if I were to set up a machine that did this all for me, that wouldn't be a cool show. That show would suck. All right, so now I'm going to find which one is the Nichrome wire, and I'm going to cut the Nichrome wire off, because I'm going to take it off. So I'm going to leave a little bit on, cut the Nichrome wire, so I know the one that is long is Nichrome, and it's also the one that's Now it's the one closer to the drill. So let me cut that down a little bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the stainless steel and run it over the loop like that and cut it. And now I have this going on. Looks like I got some spacing there. Shit. I don't have spacing all the way down. Oh man, that's not good. I think the rest is okay. Down here isn't good. All right, I'll have to remember that. I think it's just down here. Put my drill in reverse and take one off. You see how the spacing's bigger right there? Bigger. Let's see when that stops. Stay still. Stops like right here, I think. Maybe right there. So that is like 1.5 inches in. Damn. All right. What's up, Ron? You got a new whatchamacallit? Yeah, Ron, I know you're having a rough month. What's up, Crazy Coils? All right, Brad. Almost done taking this off. Let's see how this, well, we know how that looks. It freaking broke. So my wire broke before I got to the end. So what I do, all right, you're going to see. My wire broke right there before I got to the end. I think there was a kink in it or something. That don't look good there either. So I'm going to have some spacing here. That's okay. Maybe I'll cut off the bad stuff. I think it's just on the ends. We'll see. Let me show you how to do this. So it broke, right? So if I put my finger there and put it in reverse, eventually it should catch on something on my finger. Maybe forward? No, it should be reverse. There you go. It's starting to come. It's starting to loosen up a bit. It usually comes off a lot easier than that. Just keeps, I'm not finding the end here. Usually the end pops up. Yeah, I think I'm just going to cut this end off because it's starting to piss me off here. Plus I have that mistake there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find it here. I'm going to leave a little on and cut. All right. Now, let's get to the binary part because that frame just took a lot of time with the talking. All right. So, let me figure this out. I'm going to have about 12 inches to work with. So, I'm going to have about 6 inches of coil to deal with at the end of the day. Maybe 7. No, 6.5. I did a corrugated Felix just for whatchamacallit, Kim. Just for Patreon. Don't tell everybody. Alexander, there's not many tubes that you could secure the fire button anymore. People don't make them. They just don't make them anymore. That lock. They just don't do it. All right. I don't know why, but what Alexander's talking about is something like this. You see this fire button? You could fire it. Actually, Addy Tooney gave me this. You could fire it, or when you're done using it, come on, fucker. I hate it when stuff like this happens. I try to show something. Why is it stuck? Left-handed thread, so is that what I'm doing wrong? I think I'm doing it right. have to tighten it so I will loosen it. Yeah, I think I'm doing it right. I think. Let me see. There it is. I was doing it wrong. Addy Tooney's right. The black ring goes down. So now you can't push it. When you want to use it, you thread that up like that. It's reverse threaded. And you can push it when you're done with it. So if you want to put it in your pocket. So you could find these. This is an EH Pro. What is this called, Addy Tooney? An EH Pro something or other. It's nice. It hits hard too. But see, I can't fire it when that's down. And all old mods used to have something like that. I have a couple over here. I could have grabbed something else too. Look. That does it. I could have grabbed a whole bunch of them. This one does it. You twist that up. Fire button. Is this also an EH Pro? I think this is an EH Pro too. You can't fire it. And you twist it down. You can fire it. This one, this is the, what is this called? This is the same thing. It's got a wheel. This is the Hades. The Hades 26650s used to go in here. The Hades. It's pretty cool. Button sticks though. And the Stingray. The Stingray was a little different, I think. Yeah, you just twisted the button. And then you shot it. That's the Stingray. All right. Now, let's get some 0.3 stainless steel. New build station, nice. I'm going to get out about 16 inches. And I want to do 16 inches. That's the end of that spool. There's a little bit left, but I don't think I can do anything with it. 16. Will this get out to 16? No. All right, so I'll have to do a small 0.3 build at some point because now I got a couple spools that have only a little bit of 0.3 on it. I could do like a single coil with these. .3. So I need 3 pieces, so I could have 6 pieces in my final build of 0.3. Okay. Okay. And I'll show you in a second what you want to do with these. Not a 21-700. They're 26-650s. They're bigger. 26-650s. Those are very old mods, both of them. The Hades and the Stingrays are 26-650 mods. I could show you battery in a second. One sec. Man, where are all these questions during coffee talk? How come I get no questions during coffee talk, but when we want to build something, when we're at coil class or when we're in Saturday, we get all these good questions. But when we're in coffee talk and I say, anybody got any questions? Nobody says anything. Nobody. They say, how's your day? This is a 26650. 26650. This is a 21700. 26650 is a little shorter, but much bigger round. You see, this battery needs a rewrap. This is a 26650. This goes into here, goes into there. It goes into the Stingray. And it goes into this little cool mod, which is actually a very cool mod. The Sigeli whatever. I don't know what this thing's called, but it's the Sigeli something or other. Is this battery charged? Holy shit. This would be good for my whatchamacallit. This would be good for where'd it go? I just took it off, didn't I? For the Manta. Ooh. This goes up to like 90 watts with the upgrade. Pretty cool. Okay, let's get back to building. Is that what the numbers stand for, Addie? So 18 millimeters round, 65 millimeter tall. What? I didn't know that. I thought it had to do with like I don't even know. Makes sense though, huh? It sure does. It sure does. Those are the measurements. Okay. Cool. 18 millimeter round. Mind blown. My mind is officially blown. Addy Tooney has that effect on me sometimes. Addy Tooney has a lot of information. He's an informative MFer. .3 ribbon here. I just got a stack of 6.3 ribbon. That's all I got there. 6.3. Now what I want to do is I want to get some 0.4. All right. Now you're going to have to pay attention if you want to learn anything. All right. I'm not going to hold your hand. Not going to do it. Wouldn't be prudent. All right. I'm going to get some 0.4 ribbon, which is this going to be big enough? right, so we got some 0.4 ribbon to play with. All right, we'll put that in there. And keep off the last S for savings. $16 inches of 0.4 and cut. Let's see if I can get one more. If not, I have another spool of 0.4. See how well my ribbons are all getting? What's this, the fourth spool? That's at the end. E. Nope. All right, so what I have here is, what is this? What is this? Ah, more 0.3, I see. Ah, there you are. Ah. Okay. I'm going to throw an N90 0.4 in there. Look at that. N90. Ooh. Ooh. This thing's going to be fast. Oh, this thing's going to be great. So we've got a whole bunch of different wires in this build so far. Let's try to put all wires in this build. How about that? Let's just do them all. Let's do them all. We've got Kanthal, stainless, and N90 so far. We just need some N80 in here at one point, which will be very easy. We'll put them all. All right, so I'm going to fold these 2.4s together like so. Yeah, it's pretty soft. You don't want to stretch it too much or it's going to become too small. And I'm going to take the 0.3 stack and put it inside of the 2.4 ribbons, all right? So pay attention. I'm putting the 0.4 ribbon over the 0.3. So obviously there's a 0.1 difference, right? 0.1 difference when we look at it. Man, my nails are fucked up. I need a manicure. Okay. Now we're going to take some 40 gauge and wrap these all together just like a regular ribbon stack. Don't think about it. Just act like they're all the same sizes. You don't have to do anything special right now. Just freaking stack the damn ribbon just like regular. Don't get flabbergasted. Freaking do it. Don't overthink it. I'm going to hot glue right there on the 40 gauge. I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. It's going to all right. What's up, Bones? Brian. I'll get the shirts when I can with the Patreon. If Patreon would freaking pay me. They offered to let me take the money out, but they said like only like 92% of it's there right now. So they said it's probably better to wait for the 24 hours. So, but I'm not getting t-shirts the first month anyway. That money's already spoken for. Between wire and a couple other things we have planned, it's spoken for. Yeah, I gotta wait until, obviously, like when you have 42 bank accounts that you're dealing with, it's gonna take a while, right? Yeah, with a holiday and stuff, it's just, I'm not worried about it. It's not like I have to buy anything important. They're offering me, I could take out some of the money right now, but I'm just gonna wait a couple days. Um, I also want to think of how much I'm spending where. I'm actually talking to Coolwick about getting some cotton for giveaways. So I'm going to use a little bit of money to get some Coolwick cotton. Um, I don't know if Coolwick's watching now, but I did get to talk to them. They said they watch quite often, which I thought was pretty cool. And why is my ribbon all messed up? Oh, I messed it up. Okay. Don't do this to me. So Coolwick messaged me and said, thanks for the shout outs and the videos, the couple of RDA videos I did recently. We use Coolwick cotton, right? I like Coolwick too. I like some of them more than others. Like this one's my favorite. Um, let me find it real quick. The King Khalif brand, the Stellar. This is the regular tin size. The small tin is my favorite one. I think it's just the regular one. That's my favorite out of all of them. Oh, I like this too. I like these. I like the Japanese cotton pads too. I love these. I actually quite like the Japanese cotton pads. I hope my ribbon's not messed up for good. It kind of looks like it is. Damn. I think it is. So they're going to give me a good price on cotton to throw in giveaways. The presidential's good too. They're all good. I just like the small can the most. But they also have big cans of the small can. I'm not sure how to say the difference in them. All right, so I got my ribbon stack. Now what I want to do is I want see, the private reserve is good, but the small can's my favorite, the Stellar. They sent me like all of them, I believe. I think they have one called Divine or something, don't they? Don't they have one that's called Divine? If I'm not mistaken, they do. Yeah, the cans are awesome because I can put coils in them and stuff. Like I keep coils in there. No, you can't be a moderator. I don't even know you. So I'm going to take some 38 gauge, stretch it straight, and cut it. And I'm going to corrugate this 38 gauge. That's right. I'm going to corrugate 38 gauge. All right. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Moderators, get your wrenches ready. Get your wrenches ready. Wrench it up. Yeah, exactly. That usually is no good when somebody you don't know. Oh no, Dave Monteferro was hidden. Big G. Oh shit. Big G missed him. That was a mistake, Dave. I know exactly what happened. Big G tried to hit Alario, whatever his name is, and the trap went up. Chat moved up, and he hit. Yeah. Okay. We're going to stick in the smallest gear of the 38 gauge. And I'm going to corrugate the 38 gauge. Why 38, you might ask? It's because 38 is 0.1 millimeter. That's why 38. You can't really do it with anything but 38 unless you have different ribbon in there. 38's being frisky, I can tell you that. Wants to move back and forth. Okay. I actually don't know if I could use it. I have to check. So it comes out kind of twisted. You know, it comes out kind of curved. So I'm going to take it and give it a stretch. And the thing is you have to stretch these anyway. binaries you always have to stretch regardless, because it has to fit in that staple stack. So you have to make it thinner than when it comes out. You have to stretch it a good amount. All right. So now I'm going to look at this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to find which part looks like more 0.1 is down. This part looks like more 0.1 is down. All right. This hardly matters what I just said, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this 38 gauge corrugated. This is what makes the build a binary. Is this 38 gauge corrugated is going to go right over top that 0.3. And it could be tricky getting it there. It can. But once you get it there, it's going to stay once you do what you have to do. It's not that hard. It probably seems harder than what it is. And usually I'd probably have this in my hands. But since we're live, I'm trying to show you how I do this. So I get it right over the 0.3. And sometimes the squiggle might be bigger than the 0.3 stack. And we'll get that later. We'll take care of that in a bit. So I just lay that squiggle right over that 0.3, see? And now I'm going to glue the very, very end. I could even heat up that old glue and just stick it in there if I wanted to. But I'm not. What I'm going to do is I'm going to heat up some hot glue really hot. Really hot so it's very liquidy. Heat them up, heat them up, and it should just dab it right on top. Mindforge has a really good binary video as well. I'm going to let that cool down. All right, cool. Let me show you what I got again. So this is what I got going on. All right, and that's how you start your binary anyway. That's what a binary is. It almost looks like I'm not going to have to stretch that 38 anymore. It looks like it's actually a really good size. So now I want to get this I actually just want to get it framed. Frank's Red Hot Glue. I put that shit on everything. Frank's Red Hot. I put that shit on everything. That's a good one. Man, I should have charged this mod years ago. This battery is so old, I can't believe it's still charged 50%. This is where I put my Dark Horse 15 milligram. Okay, now I want to I'm going to keep this aside for now. All right, I'll take care of that in a bit. I want to get my ribbon stack And remember, I had that mess up down here. I cut off this end already, the bad stuff. But I had that really spaced wire here. So what I'm going to do is try to keep that out of my coil. I don't really want that in my coil. All right, so I think at 12.5, I'm good. So if I'm good at 12.5, then at 6 1/4, I could cut this. So I'm going to cut this at 6. You know what? Maybe I'll do 6 1/2. 13, because that'll be in the lead. I'm going to do 6 3/8. I might still be able to get 2 coils out of this. I'm going to put this like that. All right. Now, we want to make sure when we put this on that our ribbons are sticking up. This one is going to be easy to know. This one may not be quite as easy to know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of the 40 gauge and strip it off and fan out the ribbons so I know which way they're sticking up. So I'm going to take a little off and get my fingernail and fan out the ribbons. This way I know which way they're sticking up. All right. And I could do that to both of them, but I'm just going to do it to this one. All right. Now, I'm going to take the ribbon stack with the binary in there. I'm going to take one of my ribbon frames, put it on one side. I'm going to take the other ribbon frame and put it on the other side. Actually, you know what? I could cut off the loop on this one ribbon frame. I don't need that anymore. Oh, I should have not did that right now. I should have thought about that before I did it. Take a little bit of 40 off of this one and fan this one out as well, so I know which way the ribbons are sticking up. There you go. All right. Get it all situated, and then I'm going to get some 40 gauge and wrap them all together up here, all the wires. I'll show you this, but I am going to hot coil over this also. It looks like my 38 stretched a little more. See how I fanned out the ribbon frame so I know where to stick them? Okay. So now I'm going to hot glue right over that 40 gauge that I just put on. I'm going to dab another thing of hot glue on it. Melt that in a bit. Okay. I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to hold this end with my ceramic tweezers. I'm going to grab the 38 gauge corrugated and I'm going to stretch it a little more. Just pull a little bit. I want the profile to be a little smaller so it fits in that 0.3 a little better. You usually have to stretch it a good bit to get it in there into 6 pieces. I don't know if it would go into 8 pieces. It might. But you do want to bind the hell out of this build. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get down here and I'm going to do 3 spaced wraps. It's pretty important that you do spaced wraps. And I'm going to make them pretty tight right there. I'm going to leave a little bit of the wire on so I could take it off when I get to this point. And let me show you what I got. You ain't gonna see that. All right, that needs to be straightened out, right? So yeah, that needs to be straightened out. 1 second. It's hard to show. If it's not perfect, it's okay. I could fix it as it's going. But that's pretty much what you want. You want it to fall in that 0.4 though. Or in the 0.3 inside the 0.4 sides. So when I push the back up, you see the 0.4 come up a bit. Okay. And now I'm just going to move down this build. I'm going to center that 38 gauge corrugated. I'm just going to keep putting a couple binders in it. Make sure that it stays the way I need it. Once you get it all binded up, it shouldn't move after you like bind it up and hot glue both sides. Everything should be good. If you just go a little at a time. Just move down and bind every like inch and a half or so. It shouldn't be that bad. It is a very technical build, but I feel as though if you could do something like an Alien or a staple stagger fuse Clapton and a corrugated, you could do this. It's not that hard. Coil building's kind of a thing where coil building's hard, but if you could do coil building, you could do all coil building, if that makes sense. Like, if you could work and have patience working with 36 and 38 gauge, then you could do it all. If you have patience and like fiddling with little things, then you could do it all. You just need time, patience, and practice. TPP. It's not rocket surgery. I guess it's kind of rocket surgery. It's not brain surgery and it's not rocket science, but it's kind of rocket surgery, isn't it? In a way, coil building's rocket surgery. Damn, Kim. Did you translate that? I think Kim translated that message. All right. Hopefully I'm prepped good. Couldn't read that stuff, so he deleted it. I can't read that stuff. That's gotta go. That's gotta go, Jack. Oh, yeah. See that? That's what you want. Especially at the beginning. That's what you want to see. That'll work. Then 0.4 should stick up when I start fusing on the one side. It's probably, I don't think it was Russian, but maybe. I think that was Arabic, right? you go. Looks like I have some bad spacing in the beginning here, but it looks like it's going to get better down here. Yeah, it looks like the beginning I'm going to have problems with my spacing, but I'm not going to worry about it. It's going to be in a lead, I guess. No big deal. Okay, and the other side just looks like this. The other side looks like a regular staple. That's what the one side looks like. See, the spacing at the top here is a little more open than the bottom one. So that's going to give me problems until I get to like here. Yeah, you got to get a corrugator. You got to get a paper quiller. Paper quiller. They're like $7. Get it. Get it. Okay. So, first off, we're going to try to use this guy, right? I'm wondering if I can saw this down. I don't know if this is going to do it, though. Let me see if this will do it, first of all. Probably will. Just don't know if I really feel like it. I don't think this build's wide enough. Guess we'll find out. That ain't looking good. I don't think this is the right build right now to be using that. It looks like everything's fucking it up. Every time I put it in something, it's messing it up. More hot glue, maybe. What's up, Steve? Jacobs. What the heck, shaft? Yeah, I mean, this guy would probably work good for this one. I tried. This thing's such a big Allen key. It's like once you pull it tight, it does help the 38 get in there, but it also is prone to making the staples go crazy. So you kind of have to have these on as well. All right, let's try it. All right, so 40 gauge. I guess I'll do Nichrome since we have to add Nichrome to this build, plus that's what I took out of the space. So that there for later. Get the 40 gauge started by hand. Twist some up. Cut the excess from that off. All right, let's see what we got. go. Thank you, Abby. Oh, looks like it's getting in there. All right, so my spacing, my spacing's a little off in the beginning. I'm not too worried about that yet. I'm still just going to go as planned. Now I am going to skip fuse this. All right. So the beginning I don't care about. I'm just going to fuse it anyway. Actually, I might as well just skip fuse it. So get a better angle with the camera. Drill's going too fast. Now in the beginning, you want to make sure everything's good, everything's going as planned. I think it is. And you should have nylon pliers. Looks like my ribbon's acting up a little bit. You could see that when you look at the other side, that something might be going on. All right, so hopefully I'm coming up to the spacing that's good. We'll find out soon. Yeah, it's getting there, so I think I could straighten this out now and I should be good. Hopefully. Okay. All right, I gotta take this guy out. And actually, before I do that, I'm gonna move one of my clips closer to where I'm working. So this is why I only do 3 wraps of this, is so that it's easy to take out. Okay. All right, now let me check on this binary and make sure it's falling where I need it to fall. Because sometimes it likes to wiggle around and go in places you don't really want it. Like I need it more up, I think. I hope it's not too big. All right, now I got to take this binder out, right? Before I do that, I'm going to get a clip on this guy where I would like. And then, oh no. I always do that. Hold on, I just dropped my 40 gauge spool, so I gotta take some tangles out. I got them. Sometimes I forget when I'm talking that I'm already doing two things at once. I don't remember to make sure my spool's secure. Okay. So the angle and the zigzag that I'm doing isn't ideally what you want, but that's because of my bad spacing in the beginning. If my spacing's good the rest of the way, then it shouldn't get worse than this. It should stay just like this. All right. I'll show you kind of what I'm doing with my spool as I fuse it. So here's my spool. Now watch what I'm doing to fuse it. I try not to get into a pattern of reversing. I'd rather get slow and guide it in and just learn the zigzag. Once you learn the zigzag, just like anything else, it's going to be the same as you go down. You move it back and forth the same distance. And then you could get to go faster as you go. You speed up the drill and you speed up the zigzag motions. every once in a while. Come over here and crimp. And that should push that corrugated right in there. Once you get the corrugated in that ribbon, it should just keep following it down. I don't know, maybe at some point it straightened out. Hopefully I didn't skip a spot or something. But it looks like... Oh. So the further you move it, the further I move this spool from the wire, the less I have to zigzag. If I'm close, I'm going to have to zigzag far. If I'm here, I have to zigzag a little. If I'm further, very little. All right? So it's something you should think about, like just hold the spool further, you won't have to zigzag it as much. That's if your spacing's like mine, though. If your spacing's worse, then you're probably going to have issues. But I mean, this is looking good so far. Now, if it looks like your corrugated isn't in the track, you could kind of just push it up. You see it? It's kind of moving a little bit. I could pull it up and flatten, and it should go in there. If it's down, you pull it up, flatten. If it's up, you push it down, flatten. You just kind of got it in there with your finger. See, look, it'll move up and down a little bit. So you could do that. Looks like it's a little off down here. Yikes. Is it? It might be. The freaks come out at night. The freaks come out at night. I'm going to finish what seems to be half of it and take a vape break and then get back to it. Now, the idea is to actually frame this and fuse it again. That was my plan, but we'll see how long this takes me. Because I did want to also edit another video tonight and get it up. I have 2 Adkin videos that have been sitting here for quite a bit now. And I promised they'd be up this week. So I got about a couple hours to get them up. Both ends, Roy. I glued both ends. Skip fusing, yep. Mr. Steven, that's been here for 2 hours already. Steven, you slay me. Just look for jeweler's goggles, Dave. Just look for jeweler's goggles on Google. Everybody just buys stuff on Google or Amazon, right? I think that's where everybody buys everything. I don't think anybody goes to stores anymore. Jeweler's glasses is what I searched for. But you're really just looking for patterns. You don't need to see the exact space all the time. You're looking at your pattern. See, I could see that with my eye, that it's different than what's before it. You know, I could see that I just went into the space I shouldn't have went into. Same thing if I skip 2 spaces, I see 2 little black lines. So have good lighting in your build area, I guess. And that doesn't mean a lot of lighting. It means have your lights in good positions. Like right now, I don't have a whole bunch of lighting on this. I have just enough to where I could see the pattern. See, I could see that with my eye, that I did too. It just looks different than what's before it. So as long as you start out good, like I'm using 40 gauge with no goggles. I don't have like excellent eyesight. I don't think I do. I got 20/20. I don't have like 100/100. I know that's not how it works. I got like 100/100 vision, dude. I'm a vision beast. I got that 100/100. You buy a lot from Amazon, Panty? Okay, Kim. Oh, Kim's never going to hear the end of that one. Merlin, you better get your girl. All right. So I am what looks to be more than halfway down this. All right. So I am here, and I got to here to go. So yeah, it looks like more than halfway I'm done. Let's vape. Let's vape them. Let's vape them and stape them. Cape them and dape them. I'm wondering if these batteries aren't charged, because this is not vaping like it should. Time for a vape. There's a couple people that watch that don't build. People like watching people do stuff and be passionate about something. There's even people in here that just build, just basic coils to vape. They still like watching. I'm just live so much it's hard to come up with. Actually, there was something I was going to talk about. They were talking about remember when? Let's just start here. Remember VHS tapes? I'm sure everybody remembers VHS tapes. Probably everybody has VHS tapes. Some people probably still watch them. I was watching VHS tapes like 6 years ago. I was still watching them. So VHS tapes, right? So I'm sure everybody remembers them. Do you remember if somebody wanted to make you a copy of a tape, they would copy it and it would be a little less good, like it would be worse quality. And then if they wanted to do like a copy of a copy, it would be even worse. Even worse. And then do you remember, right? Like, you know how we go on to like, and we get like bootleg UFC or bootleg movies and stuff? Remember when bootlegging was, they took a VHS recorder, which was as big as 2 of my cameras? Yeah, Be Kind Rewind. You used to go buy videotapes at Blockbuster. But remember, bootleggers would go into a movie theater with a huge camera and somehow get in and actually record the movie screen. I'm sure some people still do it with DVD recorders or even with just cameras. They do, because people do them at concerts and stuff. And people who bootleg movies always had a certain look to them. Like, you always knew they were up to no good because they had a big trench coat, probably a handlebar mustache or something, maybe a mullet. They were always up to something. Alright, I gotta get in the groove of this again. Somehow I fell out of the groove. They always got that look. They're always little creepy fuckers. And then, right? Yeah, maybe you have a buddy working at the movie thing, right? Maybe even the guy working the movie reel is the guy recording the movies. All right, you know what? Since I'm halfway down this, I think I'm actually going to try to fix this angle by skipping some spaces, by kipping some spaces. So, yeah, I still have a bunch of VHSs for sure. So I'm gonna kip some spaces. I'm gonna kip them, and I'm gonna try to straighten this guy out a bit to make it faster. All right, me check my corrugated. It looks like it's a little wonky. Oh yeah, yeah, and people would walk in front of the camera, like in the beginning of the movie, you would see somebody get up. Did you ever get a movie where people keep getting up during the movie? You know that's not a good movie. If they're getting up during the movie like 50 times, that can't be a good movie. Or they got kids. But that used to be my weekend. I used to do that all the time. I used to go to Blockbuster, or even when DVDs were big. You can't even buy DVDs anymore, really. But I used to go every Friday, and I would get like, I would buy like 4 movies to watch. Every single Friday. I would get like one for my daughter, one that me and her mom could watch, and then like 2 action movies or something. They would have like 4 for $25 or 4 for $30 or something. Obviously not new movies at that cost. You would have to pay a pretty penny for the new movies. But that would be my weekend. I would just watch movies, play video games. That's probably something I'd be doing if I wasn't building right now. I'd just be chilling, watching movies, wasting time. You know, what we do. I like video games, but I don't like the video games that everybody else likes. Like, I don't like the shooter games as much as people like. Oops, sorry. I like, stuff like God of War and Devil May Cry, like third-person games that you play just by yourself. And Guitar Hero, forget about it. I was really good at Guitar Hero. Unless I was drinking, then I was delayed. Ages of Mages. Yeah, Jay Hayes plays video games, right? I think he does that quite often, doesn't he? Not on YouTube, but Skyrim. Yeah, I know he's always talking about it. I ain't gonna lie, he's became one of like my favorite channels. I did subscribe. He grew on me. What can I say? You know what looks awesome? Besides this build, did anybody see the Dark Crystal preview? Or did anybody ever watch the Dark Crystal movie from Jim Henson years ago in like 87 or something? Maybe even 83? Or it had to be like 87 or 93 or something. Yeah, Netflix is putting out Dark Crystal, a series, and it looks like the same. Like they didn't like just computer animate it. It looks like it's puppets. It is puppets. It's Jim Henson. They've been trying to put it out for like 11 years or something. Like Jim Henson always wanted to do another one, but for the last 11 years, they've been like really trying to push it. And they're putting it out. It's going to be on Netflix very soon. It's going to be a series too, not just another movie. They wanted to do a movie, and Netflix wanted to pick it up as a series. So it's got to be a little good if they want to do a series on it. It's supposed to take place before, a long time before the movie did. Like, I'm pretty sure the character in the movie isn't even born yet. Yeah, it seems pretty fucking cool. I can't wait for it either. Yeah, I think I was very, very young when I first seen that. Very young. I actually just watched it again, like, a little bit ago. Like 2 years ago, I watched it again. Because I like puppets and, like, claymation I like a lot. Like, Coraline, Nightmare Before Christmas, stuff like that. I like stuff like that. Anything that takes stuff like, it's very tedious, right? Yeah, I think it might have been 87 that Dark Crystal came out. It was either 87 or 93. Those are the two numbers I have in my head. It wouldn't even, it's not even origins of that. If you go watch, check out Emergency Awesome. It's a YouTube. Emergency Awesome is a YouTube channel that used to do a lot of like Game of Thrones and Avengers stuff. And he has a good video on it where he explains the Dark Crystal and the storyline. And it shows the trailer as well. Emergency Awesome. Check out that channel. It's a huge channel, actually. All right, so I'm coming up to the end of this one, which means soon I'm probably going to be hitting that bad spacing, because that's where I put it. I put it at the end. Come on. Looks like my corrugated wants to go all over the place too. I don't have Mother of Dragons in my collection. I have a little one. I have mini ones. So I have a Daenerys. But it's the mini ones. Yeah, the spacing is getting pretty bad right here. Yeah, it's pretty bad right here, the spacing. One's really big, one's small. I need to try to muscle through it for a little bit longer. And then I will. Jeez, this is bad. Yeah, this is pretty bad. I might just do. Hopefully this is all lead. The corrugated's going crazy at this point too. I should have prepped a little longer. A little bit of a longer piece. That's okay. I know I'll get at least one really nice coil and one pretty good coil. Yeah, I seen the Game of Scones DIY you guys were doing. Pretty funny. All right, so it's 9:24, eh? Man, what to do, what to do. I kind of want to frame this, but I kind of don't, because then it's going to cover up some of my corrugated. So I'm thinking of just not framing it. See, I could frame it, plus it's just not perfect, so spending even more time on this might be a bad idea. Yeah, I'm just going to keep it like this. I think we're done with this for tonight, because I don't even think it's looking good enough to frame it and try that whole bit. It looks like even my corrugated's in some bad spots in some places. So let's be done with this. It would just be a lot more boring stuff to just frame it and go in spaces anyway. We've seen this wire long enough. Let's wrap it up. Wrap it up, Nick. Wrap it up. Okay, now I would like to flatten it out a bit just to see if maybe it helps anything. I don't think it could hurt. If I just do it light and flat, and maybe it pushes stuff into where it's supposed to go. I don't know. Now, the one important thing about this is you want to make sure that your binary is pointing up. You don't want to wrap this one upside down, right? Because then you just did all that work for nothing. So when you wrap this, make sure you're wrapping it the right side up. Oh, that looks good there. Some spots it looks really good, some spots it looks meh. So I'm going to try to get 2 4 wraps out of this. I'm hoping I do. Okay, Deadpool could stay. Fuck Marvel, DC's awesome. Okay, Deadpool could stay. Wait, really? I like Marvel's Thor, right? Marvel's like Thor and Iron Man, right? I like the Marvel better. Yeah, Marvel way better, I think. I can't stand them. It's not that I can't stand them. I just don't think they do a good job on them Batman versus Superman things. They should have a whole movie on the Superman death. That should be a whole series of movies, like Avengers did for the Marvel universe. That should be an entire thing. Doomsday coming down and killing Superman was a huge thing. A huge thing. And they made it like it was nothing. Like it was just the end of a movie real quick. Like, yeah. That should be an entire fucking thing. Like, you could make 2 movies out of that easily. Easily. I have all the Superman's Dead comics, and it was like my favorite fucking comic when Doomsday came down. He was such a badass. And they just really messed it up. Like now when they make a movie about it, people are going to be like, well, isn't that the same guy that they killed real quick in the first movie? Yeah, that could be better. Wow. That binary could definitely be better. It's not a bad looking coil, but that binary could definitely be better. I think where I went wrong is when I corrugated it. I should have re-corrugated it because it didn't come out too good. You like Tom and Jerry? Ice cream? I love Tom and Jerry ice cream. I like I like Half Baked's all right. Chunky Monkey is banging, and I like Cherry Garcia. What? Cherry Garcia ice cream? What? That is the best ice cream. And I don't even like Grateful Dead. I know a lot of people are gonna hate me for saying that, but the Grateful Dead's just aight to me. Yeah, I got hard on myself with coils. I turned into one of them guys where everybody looks at them and they're like, "Oh, they're gorgeous," and I'm like, "Eh." I became one of them guys where I expect them to look better than that. Oh, that's Ben and Jerry. I'm sorry. That's right. That's Ben and Jerry. That's not Tom and Jerry. That's Ben and Jerry. Let's see the fusing there. Maybe I would have to turn this one upside down to get it to look better. What about this one? Which way looks better? This way looks good. Okay. There's damn coils in the Goon LP. I keep using that. I don't want to use that again. What deck should I install it in? I'll leave it to you guys. What deck? What deck should I install in? I'm going to leave it to you. What deck? What deck do you want to see? Say something good. It better not be something I'm vaping either. If I went to a concert, I probably would have liked it. Yeah. Tugboat. I can't find my tugboat deck, actually. I don't know where that thing is, but it wouldn't fit. We have Goon, OCCULA, Twisted Messes, Rebirth we just did. Drop. Ardent. Dead Rabbit would be rough. I could do Dead Rabbit. What was the first thing said? Goon is... So I'll tell you why not Goon. Because we did Goon a little bit ago. We did OCCULA a little bit ago. Twisted Messes a little bit ago. Rebirth a little bit ago. We don't do lots in the drop. We don't do lots in the Ardent. So it's either Ardent or drop, I think. I don't have a Cosmonaut. I have a Layer Cake. I don't have a Cosmonaut, though. We're getting a lot of OCCULAs. We are getting a lot of OCCULAs, huh? That in there. Warrior. Ardent. Drop, drop. Kim, you said like 3 already. I'm no Joe. The aeronaut. They're dual, though. They're dual. So I can't do the aeronaut. The wake. The wake's not a... Hey, that's funny. The wake is the last time I put binaries in something that was awake. There's a chance they're even still in there. No. How about this? I have an OCCULA here that actually goes to Rodrigo, right? Rodrigo. Yeah, and I got to get it in the mail, and I wanted to put a cool build in there. So let's put these in the OCCULA, and these will be Rodrigo's coils. People have spoken. Drop. We'll do drop next time. I'll remember these. I'll remember drop, and it looked like the Ardent had a lot. We'll do drop next time. These would have fit in the drop too. They would have. But yeah, let's give these to Rodrigo. All right. So these are going to be super easy to install. Yo, I want that Passage RDA. I will tell you that right now. Don't be surprised if you see a review for that up here, because I want that thing. That airflow looks awesome. All right. Get him in there like that. So I will remember the OCCULA, or the Ardent and the drop for coil installs next time. I think the drop's going to make an appearance on coil class soon, though, because I'm probably going to retire that RDA. I just don't use it. I won't remember. Hey, I wonder if Tommy... Did anybody watch Tommy Vapors last night? Does anybody know if Tommy got my coils? I hope so. Because Meter got them, and I sent them out the same day. And it was a good bit of coils. He did? Vaping Jason. I do it if I have good batteries. I do. I don't recommend that people do it, but I do it. I know that if something goes wrong, it's all my fault. You know? What's up, Justin? I do it pretty often, though, for myself. I don't sell coils that low for people to use them. You know? Can't say that it's the safest thing I do. But I've also been vaping for a long time, and I know how batteries work. And I take precautions. I'm not an a-hole about it. Which means I change my batteries out very frequently, and I take very short hits, and I get very good batteries that I know are not clones or rewraps. And I test them on builds higher first. Yeah, it all depends on how comfortable. If you're afraid to vape that, then you shouldn't vape it. If you're not, I also have mods that have proper venting. I know that they're not going to vent and hit me in the face. You know, there's a bunch of things that goes into that if you're going to vape that low, there's a bunch of things you need to think about. And first and foremost is that you're the one taking the risk. You know all the information and you still want to take that risk. All right? If something were to happen, I would never go online and say, I was vaping and this blew up. That is the last thing I would do. Yeah, it's very hot. I've been stopping to vape that low actually. I think it's too hot too. I'm starting to learn how to like stuff a little cooler. Now that means 0.09, 0.1. So that's still low. But to be quite honest, the difference between 0.1 and 0.07 is not really a big difference. That's still dramatically close to a short. It's not really that big of a difference. So if you're vaping low, you're vaping low to a certain point. But I have vaped that low for years. This is the one that doesn't look that great. This is the one that looks pretty good. Let's see what they own out to. 0.06. There you go. So to pulse anything, it doesn't matter how low it is, I get it on a regulated mod. I suppose we color these, right? Yeah, we color these. Let's color them. Fire. Yes, I figure 4.2. That's the safer way to do the math, is if you do it by 4.2, because it's going to tell you the most amount of voltage that you're putting through. Yeah, for safety, you calculate 4.2, just like what Adi just said. Yeah. All alloys. Yep. All alloys are N90 and 80 Kanthal and stainless steel thing. So I'm going to put this, actually it was just at like 89. I'm going to put this down to about 15 watts, and we're going to pulse, and we're going to try to get that one coil to look a little better when we give it heat. Well, we'll try to get both coils to look better, but the one especially. Sitting on a park bench. What's up, Phil? All right, we could raise the watts up now. I'm going to go to about 25. And that's probably where I'll stay. I'll probably stay at 25. I should start seeing colors really soon. We'll go up a little bit. We'll go up to 35. Pushing about 1.5 volts through it. That's pretty much as high as I go with this. Maybe I'll hit it at 60 like later, but I'm not with these coils. These will stay at 35 just so the colors. Oh, look at that. Yeah, we're starting to get them colors. I don't want to heat them up way too much. I want to let Rodrigo have some fun too. Probably where I'm going to stop. I'll show you his close-ups. So it looks like the Nichrome hasn't even colored yet. Just the stainless. Thank you, everybody. This RDA needs a cleaning. Pretty cool. Not bad, not bad. Yes, the tweezers fit the screw slots. That's how I tightened it down. Is I used the back of the tweezers, which I also use for these. I open it up with these. But yes, these tweezers fit screw slots perfectly. Tighten down. Tighten down. Now that it's cooled down, let me check the. It's still 0.06. Still very low build. So it would be a 0.12 single coil. Pretty cool. All right. Hiya, Joe. How you doing, Joe? Fucking Gustafson said I retire. I fucking lost. I retired. I'm not fighting anymore. Show's over. Show's over. Well, you definitely ain't getting that title shot now, so I guess you may as well. May as well hang him up. Hang him up, buddy. Hang him up. I actually think you probably shouldn't hang him up yet, but whatever. What are you going to do? So basically what had happened. How long you been here, Rodrigo? How long have you been here? What do you know? What do you know? I'm not wearing hockey pads. Really? Interesting. Nah, nobody's watching the Joshua fight. Nobody. They actually just got the ratings in, and nobody's watching it. Just got back? You don't know anything then, huh? Good. Good. You have to watch it again. Good. Nobody say anything. Nobody say anything to Rodrigo. Josh Main, you got to clean it. Nichrome 80 has to be cleaned or it will not color. It'll color. It won't color as good. Got to use low wattage and you got to clean it. 06. 06. The people at the stadium ain't even watching the Joshua fight. You said the Joshua fight's on? Perfect time to go get nachos. Perfect time to get nachos. Maybe if he fights somebody good. Who's he fighting anyway? Actually, he's fight. Is he fighting? Who is he fighting? He is actually fighting somebody alright, right? That person ain't gonna win. Sliding in DMs. They're all here. He's fighting a bum. Bummy Bummerson. Anthony Joshua versus Bummy Bummerson Ruiz. See, there's just them boxers out there that are just way better than. It's like, imagine if basketball was one-on-one, but the good players never played each other because of money. It's like that, right? It's exactly what it's like, actually. Like if basketball was one-on-one, but like LeBron wouldn't play like Kobe Bryant. LeBron would play like Andre Iguodala or something. Yeah, I'd like Wilder or Fury to fight. They should all fight each other. That would be awesome. They should all fight each other. At once. At once. I think Joshua would fight them. I think it is all management. I don't think anybody. If you fight for a living, you're not afraid of anybody, right? Like if you fight for a living, are you afraid of anybody? I really doubt it. That just doesn't make sense, right? People that fight for a living usually think they're the best. I imagine. I mean, I'm sure there's a couple people where are like, oh, this is going to be a rough day at the office. Like, but I mean, every fight's probably a rough day at the office. You think that. Really? You think so, huh? Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, that undefeated does mean more than a belt at a certain point. That's true. That is true. Especially when the belts are there's just so many of them. But I like how whatchamacallit thinks too, like Wilder. Yeah, Wilder, where he says he just wants to collect all the belts. That's how they should look at it. Yeah. Floyd has that 0. I'm actually very interested in the bare knuckle boxing. What's his name? The boxer that went and sparred with Conor McGregor. It's on the tip of my tongue. He's fighting Artem Lobov. What the hell is his name? Yeah, I think Pacquiao would beat Conor quicker than whatchamacallit would. Carl Frampton. Paulie Malignaggi. Paulie Malignaggi versus the GOAT Artem. Yep. Yeah. No. Peter Frampton? Not Peter Frampton. That's funny. I'm interested to see that. And I hope Paulie Malignaggi keeps like smacking him and spitting in his face so that Conor does come out and fight him. I think that would actually be a very good fight. I actually would enjoy to see that fight. I think that would be a good one. I think Paulie would beat him. Maybe not. I mean, Paulie's getting old. Do you think that's what's going to happen? I think it's going to be a good fight. I don't know, man. Artem is a fucking motherfucker, especially at that bare knuckle boxing. But I imagine Paulie is going to do all right. There's no kicks in that, right? Oh, Frampton is a boxer in Ireland. Okay, cool. I actually think Paulie's going to win that fight. Interesting. He's going to get fucked up. That's for sure. Yeah, that Artem versus Knight fight was crazy. That was a crazy fight. It's crazy to see what the bare knuckle boxing does. Like, it looks like it fatigues you like so much more because your hands are hurt, your fucking face is hurt. Your body probably feels like shit. It makes them like it almost hurts to punch people, so they're punching weird, right? At the end, like they're punching weird. Like they're not punching and trying to hit with the knuckles anymore because it probably hurts, and like last minute they're kind of pulling out their knuckles and they're like kind of hitting like this, or they're just hitting in weird ways because their knuckles are so beat the fuck up. Because that's why they wear gloves. Like, they don't wear gloves to protect faces. They wear, well, it's half and half, I guess, but it's to protect your hands. Like, your hands get fucked up. Punch somebody in the head and see anybody that's ever punched somebody in the head, it fucking hurts. It fucking hurts bad. Especially if you try to punch them hard. Some people got really hard heads. Really hard heads. Yep. Yep. Break the hell out of your hand. Punch. Yeah. Yeah. Gloves are bigger, so you could block it a little more, and it doesn't hurt. Like, imagine somebody just comes full force and tries to punch you in the face, and you block it, and it punches all these fucking bones that, I mean, how strong can these bones be, right? These bones and these veins. Ooh. It's like, oh, fuck you, dude. Fuck you. Just punch my fucking hand. Probably hurts like a bitch. They just hit it dead on. Josh Main, it depends if the spots are small or big. If it's big, it's probably not going to work. If they're small spots, then it will probably work. It'll help. It'll help. It does work, yeah. But that's only if the spots are small. The weight will open them up. But if they're already big, it's not going to do anything. So it kind of depends if they're big or small. It sounds like you're saying they're small. If it's skipped, then it's yeah. If the weight bounced, it's probably small. It does help to rerun the weight. Yeah, that shit probably hurts. There's a whole bunch of shit that fucking hurts. I'd rather get punched in the nose with a glove on, right? Than a fucking fist. And it also is like, you know, your hands cut open and shit, but like, I'm sure gloves give you some kind of rug burn, right? Like if they hit you a certain way, like if they just like kind of scrape you. I guess like with a cross punch or something, like a jab, probably not, because there's no rubbing up against. A jab is just in and out, right? But you probably but imagine skin to skin, like just, ooh. Fuck you, dude. Get away from me. Throw in the towel. I didn't think this through. Yeah, pulling out now, she's going to get fucked up. Artem's been there, and he's like, I want to do it again. What? What did he just say? He wants to do it again? Artem's definitely going to pay for that slap and that spitting, though. Get this guy away from me! Yeah, put Vaseline on them for that reason, so it slips off. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that is actually why they do the Vaseline. That's one of them. Slip right off of you. Because if you have, like, I don't know, like dry skin or something, probably going to give you a nice little rug burn. Because them gloves aren't made out of, like, a nice material. He's going to slap them fucking Diaz style. That should be a really fun fight, though. That fight will get people to watch that shit, I think. I don't know if it's maybe just because Paulie Malignaggi or whatever, but that's a fun fight. Maybe it is just people that are in deep. I never knew who Paulie Malignaggi was until a little bit ago. Like, I remembered him, but I didn't really know. I don't think he's really a household name, unless your household like watches boxing. He's not like a Manny Pacquiao or a Floyd Mayweather or Bernard Hopkins or anything. Should be fun. Should be fun. I only watched the one fight from UFC tonight. I got to watch the other ones. I've seen on YouTube. I thought it was tonight, and I seen on YouTube post-fight press conference, and I seen they usually always show the winner. They don't show the loser. So yeah, super fans really know him. So I seen Anthony Smith's picture, and his face looked fine. So I was like, oh, he must have won. I thought he won quick, but it was fourth round. I was actually surprised because I love Anthony Smith. He's like one of my favorites that's fighting right now. But I didn't think he could win at all. I just didn't think he was going to win. I hoped he would win, but if I had to put money on it, I would not have said that he would have won. It's like 3 small spots. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. All right, everybody. I'm getting out of here. I'm going to try to edit this video to get it up. Or maybe not. Yeah, he did good. I mean, besides round 3, where he did take Anthony Smith down, Anthony Smith was winning that whole fight, in my opinion. Besides round 3, he won the first 2 rounds and obviously the 4th. He might have lost 3. Gustafsson was looking a little better in 3. I was surprised Gustafsson. I don't think he should have retired. I think he should have came back, beat somebody else, and then retire. I see he's in his hometown and stuff. I think he thought he was going to win and retire. But who knows? Yeah, so tomorrow night, 7 p.m., we will go through the coil class pictures. I'll show you some stuff on Instagram. I'll show you Broomier. It's a badass broom I use at work. I will make plans for this week. I actually think for the coil class coils moving on that I'm going to make one before I go live, just to make sure that I have everything down pat. But this week's coil class is going to be Arch Clapton and I forget what the other one's called. I got to look up what the other one's called. It's like the snake spine, but it's actually 1 core. What the hell was that called? I don't know what it's called. I don't know what it's called. I got to figure that out. It might just be snake spine. I got to look that up. I know where to find it. I know who made it. I know who made both coils, actually. So, everybody, have a good night. There's only going to be a couple more coil classes where we're doing like 2 coils. Soon it's going to be 1 coil, and that's it. All right. Everybody, have a good rest of your night, and I will see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. here. Thank you to all my patrons. And, man, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. I am out. Yes, you got to watch the replay, Rodrigo. Actually, definitely watch a little bit before you came in. Okay? I'll give you a hint. OCCULA.